Welcome. Today we will learn how to import libraries in Python. Here I will look into why we need to import the Python libraries. All these Python libraries has existing code which has classes, functions which we can use directly in our code. So for any plotting a graph or any calculating any particular standard deviation or any other calculations, there is existing code in these libraries. So if we try to write all this code on our own, it will be time consuming. So if we use these libraries and import these libraries, that will be time saving also, and it will save our efforts also. It has so many powerful functions for data science. So these are the mostly used libraries: NumPy, Matplotlib, Pandas, Seaborn, and all the things. Now this is the syntax to import the library in Python. Import space library underscore name. Here library underscore name, you have to add the particular library name here. Once we import the library, the functions from that library we can use directly using that library name. There is one standard practice in Python that to use alias for that library name. So this syntax to use alias is import library underscore name as alias. Here for NumPy library, I am importing like this: import NumPy as NP. Here NumPy is library and NP is alias used for NumPy. We can use NumPy also, but it is easy to use alias than library name. Actually, going ahead, I will show you practical demo in Jupyter Notebook how to import the libraries. I am going to Jupyter Notebook now. So in this notebook, if you see here, I have imported these three libraries: NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. Here in Matplotlib, I have imported pyplot module, and I have used this np alias for NumPy, pd alias for Pandas, and plt for pyplot. So if I run this code, now we have imported these three libraries in our notebook. So we can use any functions from these libraries directly. So if, if you see this code, I am creating one add NumPy array having elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just printing it. This code is just showing how to use that library by using alias. So np here is alias used for NumPy, if you see here. So I'm using this np alias here, np.array. So if I run this cell, it is printing NumPy array, and that array content as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. Similarly, I am using now Pandas library, which we have imported having alias as pd. So here in this code, if you see here, I am creating one data frame first. That Pandas data frame I am creating by using this pd.data frame. So all this written here will be added by data frame in df, and while printing Pandas data frame, while I am running this code cell, if you see here, this Pandas data frame which is stored in df is printed here. Similarly for pyplot, I am trying to plot some data points on x-axis 1, 2, 3, 4, and on y-axis 10, 20, 25, 30. These are the labels actually, x label and y label, and this is the title of the plot. So here I am using plt, which is the alias we have used for matplotlib.pyplot, and using that alias plt, running this code cell, if you see this graph, it is properly plotted, mentioning x-axis, mentioning y-axis, and all you see here all these values 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 25, 30. this line is plotted using these values actually. So if you to write this code on your own, it will take so much time, it will take so much of code lines and all the things. So it is easy to use this existing Python libraries, which will save over time and effort. I'm telling you some takeaways. So here, while importing any libraries, though you can import any library anywhere in your code script or anywhere in your notebook, it is better to import all these libraries at top of your script, which will be easy to understand for other person or easy to handle all the libraries and functions. And in this table, if you see, I have mentioned all these common aliases used for this numpy, pandas, all these Python libraries. So np is common alias used for numpy. Similarly, pd is for pandas, plt is for pyplot, and sn is for seaborn, and so on. Thank you so much.